What I have here is a laptop who has become unhinged. Okay, what's the comeback line for that? What's the best comeback line for that? Not unlike many of the people around here. Not unlike Doug's show. All right, I have audio confirmation for myself. And do I have audio confirmation for SpeakerBot? No, it did not work. Now it will work. All right, if somebody wants to test SpeakerBot for me, that'd be great. So, go to open this and look at all of that. Unhinged laptop. Let's move this better. Okay. Now, this you've seen
That's
this
a big
laptop
10-4.
before. All right, I heard that SpeakerBot. Thank you, Tim Cruz. You've seen this laptop before. Does anybody remember what we did to this laptop before? This side looks a little bit stressed too. And whose laptop is this? Do you remember? Tim says no. He doesn't remember. I need a screwdriver. Oh, by the way,
No way.
I'm here too. All right, screwdrivers. Zvi Manor says hello. The last Saturday of the year. Darren Gilholm, aka Mr. Book, says no, he doesn't remember who this is. Oh, look at that. There's 2 screws missing from here. 3. I wonder if this user already tried doing something. Are these captive screws? They don't feel like they want to come all the way out. I don't remember. This laptop was featured, I think, on a few shows. Well, a few episodes of my show, not other people's shows. I'm suspecting we might find there's nothing at all broken in here. How could that possibly be? Has Doug become unhinged to think that? Those back screws don't seem to want to come out. This one's a little more magnetized, I think. Bigger screwdriver. Yeah, it did come out. So I'll bet these other ones will come out too. Hello, Phil Stodd. John Williams, hi. Zvi Manor made the comment about last Saturday of the year. Happy New Year. Yeah, see those, that doesn't seem like that wants to come out. Now, I had opened this one so many times that I'm not even looking at the instructions, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get this right. How about you get one of my gadgets? I got these 3 drawers over here. One has tools, one has pins, one has spudger tools, and I still can't get the right drawer. I don't know where those things are stored. How is it that I haven't learned that? I remember that on this laptop, I kind of made a challenge to myself to open it without looking at the manual first. Then later I went back and looked at the manual and found reasons why it would have been more efficient if I had used the manual. And those that had to do with the instructions to open from the back first. Ken is watching. I see somebody comment. I better go find a comment from Ken. No, somebody said he's watching. He's not talking. I'll bet that's it. Because he gets multiple things on screen at the same time. He's trying to watch multiple things. Let's see. Plastic standoff's broken, Greg M says. That's a possibility, but I don't think so. Hi, Williams Office 2095. Hello. Now, these covers here look okay. My recollection is they just kind of pull out of there. Oh, this all was from another project. Is that doing an autofocus? Yeah, it is. I don't like that doing an autofocus because sometimes it just autofocuses on its own. So I'm going to try to adjustomatize that. Turn off the white balance so it stops trying to fix that. Turn off the autofocus and the auto exposure so it'll just stay stable. That looks out of focus to me. I'm going to go try manually adjusting the focus. So it should be this direction. That's far enough away that I should be focused all the way out. There's the word Dell. All that's too small and light for you to read. Okay, now moving along. Oh, take off the other. Now, let's see, at this point, I've got the front opening towards me. So that'll go on that side. Really, do you have to keep track of which side these hinge covers are on? Yeah. I have had the experience of trying to put the hinge covers on the wrong side. And it can be easy to do that. So here's the metal part of the hinge. That one's okay. This one looks okay. Now the side that seemed to be having the most trouble was this side, I think. Now.
Yes, affirmative.
Let's see, what was that yes for? My OBS chat isn't keeping up. That was Tim Cruz. Greg M says he always disconnect the battery in laptops in case you have to disconnect the screen cable. Last time there was an issue where I was looking wrong on somebody's pictures about the battery. And I think I called that the battery one. It's actually this one here. And this particular laptop has I found in the manual, has a technique for sort of, I don't know, within the not the operating system, but the computer. There was a special key sequence you could use to safely be able to work inside the computer without disconnecting the battery. But I don't think I'm gonna have to disconnect the screen. What I think is possibly the only trouble here is to loosen these hinges so they don't require so much pressure to open. What I'm suspecting is going on is that the hinges are just stiff and has gotten to the point where the opening the lid has been putting pressure on these plastic snap parts so much that they have snapped out of place. Because as I operate this lid, I don't feel movement on the hinge itself. Oops, wait a minute, here's something. Who saw that? Obviously I didn't. That's something broken. As far as I know, nobody has said something about where this computer came to us from, why it was previously on the desk. Now, last time I did have the screen off. Oh, that was from taking the hinges off here. Now somebody mentions they take pictures. Yeah, I take pictures. This time around, I'm taking video. You might not realize that I am video recording this. Yes, Doug, we know this is a live stream. That counts as a video recording. Tim Cruz says from a customer. No. Well, originally, this laptop came from a customer with a hinge problem. And when I told him about what it would likely run into cost-wise, that might be better off just getting a new laptop, because for his needs, one of the $300 cheap laptops would be just fine. Oh, by the way, I have one of those in a box over here. That can be an unboxing today. This is a brand new, inexpensive Nemo laptop, N-I-M-O. Now, I think I need to lift up a little bit on the hinge. Yeah, and I feel this one, there's some slop there. This one is pretty sturdy. So I wiggle it there, there's no activity. There is activity. Now, did this piece come from around here? Here's a screw standoff. This looks like a screw standoff. Or screw anchor. Might be from this one. No, that doesn't look likely. Oh, here. That one right here. Yeah, see how similar that looks? So that's from over here. All right, so that's not part of the hinge issue. Hi, Arnold Albert asks, can a desktop HDMI port stop working while the VGA port works fine? Sure. Parts is parts. Any part can break, stop working, independent of others. All right, yeah, I think I do need to disconnect the screen. Here's the Wi-Fi wires. This here would be for the screen. So let's start with the battery. That is the battery. That looks like it must be, oh, MB motherboard. Well, of course, that's the motherboard. But I think this is connecting to the touchpad. All right, battery disco. And then there's these clips that the wires run through. I'm just taking a look at them to understand where they are, how they go. To disconnect the Wi-Fi wires, I'm going to have to remove this little bracket here. So that's the next thing that I removed. I'll actually take that out so it's out of my way. That was a Wi-Fi adapter. Oh, that's weird. Okay. The way that little piece of metal there, it's got, like, it looks like it's two clasps. I thought I was going to have to bend the metal out. But no, it's just the way the clip is shaped. Fooled me. Okay, and then here's the screen connection. Yep, that flips up like that. Now, is that enough to separate these two? Ah, yeah, I got to rotate it up so that this piece rotates under that hinge. Okay. So nothing broken on this side. Let's see what they wind up discovering that how they label these panel A, B, C. Oh yeah, that hinge does not look happy at all. And this whole bezel comes off. I was about to say this whole bezel comes off, if I remember right, but it comes off whether I remember right or not. I think it all just snaps off. Has anybody remembered what this laptop is yet? It was on the show maybe 3 separate times. Although it might have been that I did a recording for one of those results kind of show. Grandson's laptop. There you go, Greg. Yep. Came from a client. And then my client approved me repurposing it to give to my grandson. My client was very, very happy to know that it went to somebody. At the time that my client had the computer, it was Windows 10, but it was upgradable to Windows 11. So my grandson has been without this computer apparently for a few months. That the screen has been so bad. Does anybody remember what his other computer is? And where it came from? Because that happened around the same time.
Read chat, please.
Scott, yes, that's correct. It was from Kerry Holzman, the other computer. It was a mini gaming computer, although
Read
as
chat,
far
please.
as mini goes, it was pretty big. Marsman also says it came from Kerry. Yes, from Kerry Holzman. He had been saying, Doug, I have all
Read
these
chat,
computers
please.
around here. Can you make use of any of them? There he goes, Avi Minor. Did you use epoxy to glue? Yes. Yes, this was the computer that I used epoxy on the hinge. I think we should be getting close to seeing that. Boy, this side just doesn't want to come up. I don't think this part was broken last time. Come on, give me some more snaps. I think there's a little bit of adhesive down there. Do I really need to take that off? I was expecting to see a whole bunch of epoxy around there, but I don't. I don't see any residual epoxy there. all of these nuts are
Why certainly.
popped out of their holes there. Yes, I agree, Sam Lazar. Doing screen repairs for laptops is a usually recommendation for a replacement computer, but in my scenario, the purpose is that my clients use computers. The low-end computers will do them just fine. If somebody has a high-end
Read
computer,
chat please.
or they really like it, then it might be a reason to do a screen repair. And I don't mind doing it, but I charge pretty much for all of the work, the time that I spend on it, and I give them that caution up front. I don't know why I'm trying so hard on that. Just give it up, Doug. Yeah, there. I was expecting to see a bunch of epoxy there. How is there no residue? Zvi Minor, instead of our suggestion to use hot glue. Yeah, the thing is I had epoxy on hand and I did not have hot glue. So maybe this time I order the hot glue and get that exposure, but that means I have to order the hot glue gun. And since this is not a kind of repair that I want to do much, that makes me less interested in buying that. However, hot glue can be used. I could wind up using it for other things. So I think I'm going to give that some thought, maybe some sleep. It doesn't make much sense to just do epoxy again just right off the bat, because then it's just going to keep coming back. The other option is to consider a replacement screen, just an entire replacement screen. If anybody is interested in doing the research on that,
Why certainly.
that would be a fun thing. Complete replacement of screen might be a good idea, Phil Stodd says. Yeah. So how quick? Now, then also he's lost a key. Well, he has the key, but it won't stay in place.
Read chat please.
And I think he said it's because the spring piece, he just couldn't get it back in properly. The keyboard's a little grungy. Scott says, didn't you epoxy the hinge on the Surface laptop you gave your daughter? Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm remembering this entirely wrong. I'm gonna have to go back and look at those videos, I think, to figure out what was what. Because you're right. I gave a laptop, the Surface laptop, to my daughter. That could have been the epoxy job instead of this one. All right. So anyway, I think this is about as far as I'm intending to go. We see what the problem is here. Now, if this is not the computer that I did the epoxy on, then that gives me justification to do the epoxy on this one. Because that's just easier for me. I have more experience with epoxy. I don't have experience with hot glue. All right, jury's out on that one. I don't know which way I'm going to go. Table that. Sam Lazar says, client still comes back to me. One client friend came to me last year asking if I do screen replacement. I checked his laptop and said no. He went to local store. They fix it. Plus any system updates he was missing. Missing? Greg M is asking for a service tag. That's right, because this is a Dell computer. So service tag is typically on the bottom. Oh, ST doesn't have the words service tag. Let's see. I haven't done a zoom in for a while. Let's see if I can be any good at this. And I'm making adjustments. Hold on. Let's do zoom. That's as much digital zoom as I get. And then focus. We can do better than that. I'm going to set those other parts aside and bring in my service tag reader height adjustment device, which is the box for the laptop. And then, does this go down even further? Doug, why don't you just cave and get an expensive computer with an expensive zoom lens? Because it's expensive. Oops. Fix the upside downness. Okay. ST C0M GGM3, I think. Normally, Dell service tags aren't that small. Ah, there we go. C0M GQM3 or GGM3. All right, now look at it the right way. C0M GQM3. Yes, Dell Inspiron. We'll see, Greg, if I can confirm 3511. I don't think they marked that model on the outside. No, I don't have a confirmation of 3511, but that sounds familiar. I'm going to try searching 3511 in my Microsoft OneNote. Yep, sure enough, that takes me to that client's page where I set up that laptop for him. May 17th, 2022. It wasn't an old laptop. And in this document, I should also have that. Yeah, service tag. It shows up in here also. C0M GQM3. So I could have got it from there too. All right. Dell laptop. Putting that into chat. Somebody asking, John Williams, can you scan the QR code with your phone? I have typically found QR codes are not, if they're not in a public database, then scanning them isn't going to get you anything. So I will try it though. Oh,
Read
phone's in my
chat,
pocket.
please.
Pasted the link for the parts for laptop. Thank you. Let's see, and I see Greg M saying that. I see a link from Jeff Ryman, and there's the link for Greg from the parts people, and Deepert gave a Dell as well. All right, awesome. Now let's see. Camera. It's not even putting the brackets around it for a to recognize it as a QR code. I don't know how the structure of the QR codes are, but my impression is that not all QR codes will trigger a recognition by the phone and then a link to go to. So nope, that did not work. Let's come back and take care of some business here. At D part Peart 1. Let's give you some points for giving us a link. And Greg M. It's weird typing with gloves. And Jeff. Thank you very much. We'll go take a look at those. Confirm that the points are working. Yes. And come up to here, right click, new tab. And come back to chat, right click, new tab, back to chat, right click, new tab. And I think that's all of them, right? Oh, Jeff says no audio? I don't believe that. Let's see, I'm gonna go check and see if I have audio. I do. It's not me, it's you.
Read chat, please. Yes, affirmative.
And people saying audio is fine. Jeff Ryman, it was me. I left the stream, then came back with audio. I see. His coolness. That must mean Steve's around, right? There he is. Hello, Steve. All right, so go look at those. The first one. I'm almost to the point of accepting cookies, even their marketing. The marketing and social are turned off if you click manage cookies. If you just click accept all, I think that automatically turns those on. So just because I think a lot of people want to avoid any extra tracking, I'll show how to do that. I'm really becoming not so big of an objector to that. Well, this is just a standard Dell search page. Really? That's what you gave me? Should I not have awarded points for giving me a Dell search page? All right, let's see if Greg gives us something more useful. I think this one was Greg, right? No, parts people. Let's see, Dell support search. Okay, parts people. Oh, this is parts people. Okay, Dell define, download this tool to find your Dell laptop. Enter service tag entered here. Could not find any replacement parts for your Dell. Well, that doesn't help much, does it? Was I too quick to award points for links that aren't really helping? Here's to Dell. But we're not going to get a replacement screen out of here, I don't think. Well, I mean, it's going to be new. See, I think a replacement screen is more likely to get from eBay. Select an issue.
Read chat, please.
Greg got a whole list of parts for that service tag on parts people. So did you give me the link for the search results? Or is there, do I need to click something else here? Enter service tag. This already has the service tag. Now that looks like an O to me, but I believe this is a 0. See, if I do the same thing that I think you did there. I'm suspecting this is not. Okay, so did I type a 0 that time or an O? Oh, I typed it as an O because I was thinking that was wrong. Dell Inspiron 3511. LCD assembly. All right, I'll take back my words. So if you gave me that link, will that link alone get me to those results? Did you give me the wrong link that didn't include the results, or does it not do that? Yeah, it's taking me to the results. Back cover, bezel, LCD, screen. These are, this is the assembly. So I think they're selling these all as separate pieces, aren't they? LCD back covers. And what's the likely piece that I need? Oh. That looks like it'd be the back cover. I know the focus on that was lousy. LCD back cover. Bezel, that doesn't sound right. Cable, no. Screen, no. LCD back top cover assembly. Let's see if I can get more detail about it. Yeah, so here's other pictures. Yeah, so this should show. Yeah, see, there's those mounting points there. Oh, I see that metal piece is not actually part of the back cover, but the standoffs. I don't know if that's the right word for those, but that's what I'm using right now. That comes with this, and also the Wi-Fi antenna comes with this. I'm kind of liking that. I'm feeling good about that. It is worth spending that much money on this. Yep, I think I'll be doing that. So you have been redeemed, Greg.
Read chat, please.
Just was Dell. dpert was a search. So let's get more points to Greg with what is probably going to be the winner. I don't think I'm going to buy it right now during the show. I'll sleep on it or lunch on it, as the case may be. And maybe we move on to an unboxing. If there's any questions or stories in chat, I welcome you to put those in and bring my attention to it. If you see somebody else put something in chat and they didn't do an exclamation mark C, do it for them.
Read
Okay,
chat, please.
and I have blacked out the address on this, and we'll go to the top side. I think I've got a couple read chats that I owe. Let's see, the last read chat. See Greg's comment about the bezel. You could also get the bezel as well if you want. That's right, because that's broken, isn't it? Okay, I'll consider that. I see your camera in the show. Oh, yes, because the camera was hanging inside my line of sight. That was the two read chats.
Read chat, please.
Yeah, we got that one. Dell part numbers of E minor. Would that be for ordering that part directly from Dell instead of from parts people? And if it's not much of a price difference, it might be worth doing. Where's the right place to get that from? Didn't find it that way. Let's see, that's parts people. I'm probably not in the right place for searching for a replacement part. If somebody can come up with that, I'd be interested in price comparing. Parts people get their parts from Dell. It seems to me that Dell and HP, they subcontract out to other companies for supplying parts anyway.
Read chat, please.
You see that, Tim Cruz? Here's part number. Click over here for part number. Those are the part number formats it's expecting. Dell LCD back case, rear silver. That looks possible. As soon as January 3rd. Do we get a feature?
Read chat, please.
Let's see, back case, rear cover, back case, rear cover. Those two look pretty darn similar or the same. Zivi Menorca, it's another Dell link. That shows the antenna. This looks highly plausible. And that's $34.99 compared to
Read chat please.
where was this one at? How did I lose that one? The last read chat, John Williams, is it really advantageous to spend all the money on parts, labor, find out laptop has other issues besides what is broken on the surface? If you don't know anything about the laptop, I would agree with that. If you were just buying it out of a container of broken computers, yeah, but this is a laptop my grandson was using and was very happy with. So I don't think that's the case there. So $39.95, $34.99. That's January 3rd. That says in stock. There's going to be a shipping cost as well. So I'm kind of feeling good about Dell. Check on the color of the part. Yeah, I think that color was maybe not right. So I'll look closer at that later. And then let's go see what Zavi's link is. 29. No, that's British pounds, isn't it? Rear silver collar. Switch to USA. Team USA. I am feeling like that did not get me to the same place that he was at, because this is selling me new computer.
Read
Stay
chat,
on United
please.
Kingdom. Make sure it's Dell US. I want to see the part. That's what I'm looking for now. There's rear silver color with antenna, rear cover, black cover. See, I think this is black. Yeah, this looks black to me. Since that has the antenna, it's pretty reasonable to assume that it's going to have those mounting points on the other side. But why not give a picture of the other side? Let's see, when I'm on compatibility, it says drivers and manual support.
Read
Those
chat
two
please.
tabs seem to be the same thing. Change the URL from UN to ENUS. Was from Sam Lazar. So right up here in the URL at the top of the screen, EN-UK. So a backspace over the UK. I could have backspace over the K. Didn't have to backspace over the U. You have been redirected. The page you tried cannot be found. So nope, that didn't work. Nice try, no cigar. There must be something else that's different about the rest of this URL when you go to the US.
Read chat, please.
Can I switch to US from here? Here. Here. See if this gets me to the right thing. Zavi gives me probably a better link. Let's try that, since I think he gave me the one that I'm working with now. See, there he has US. Yeah. Looking in the link, URL at the top, it shows US. So it looks like a choice of 4. Silver, back, not black. That doesn't show a color. That doesn't show a color, but these are the LCDs. This back case cover. Yeah, it still says rear cover. Back case, rear cover. Back case, rear cover, back case, rear cover. When I click into it, do I get a color? Oh, look here. Here, they finally gave us a picture. Good. Yep, there's the mounting points. As soon as Saturday, January 3rd. We know what that means, right? They meet their promise as long as they don't get it here before January 3rd. February 17th, they're not late because they say it will be here as soon as January 3rd. Not any sooner. That's what they're guaranteeing. Skeptic much? Pessimist much? Oh, I had a really surprising fast delivery on this one. This one, it came in 2 days. I ordered this directly from the Nemo website and it arrived 2 days. I ordered it on a Sunday and it arrived on Tuesday. Okay, that's great. Thank you, everybody. Zavi, I need to give you more points. Shut up about not wanting it. Really, Doug? How do you really feel? There you go. Thank you so much. Now, keyboard camera. Oh, we're going to have to fix the... Oh, I moved the camera. That's why it's so out of focus. Because the last thing I had was that zoomed in real close. Okay, why is that not coming up? Let's try a different way. If I turn studio mode on and then try to fix the camera while I'm on in the preview screen so that you don't have to hurt your eyes with that. And I'm clicking on the configure video button in the extra window that's supposed to pop up. But the camera details, oh, it's hidden behind another window. There it is. And I do have that turned the way that I want it. Okay, so then transition that, turn studio mode off. So I don't get confused, because that's such an easy thing to do. Oh, yucky. Oh, more camera properties windows are coming up. All right, studio mode again. There. I'm going to turn all of the settings back onto automatic so that it will adjust everything properly, and then take the automatic adjustments off, and then see if it looks normal. Yes, it does. Transition that. So here we go. All right. Package inside a package. 15.6. Checking to see if anything's going to fall out as I raise this up higher. There we go. Checking to see if there's anything stuffed into a little cubby hole in the styrofoam. Blue. I asked the client, what color do you want? And the choices were black and some kind of diamond champagne something or other, and blue, and I think white. And he says, I want to channel my inner feminine and get pink. So I responded, okay, champagne diamond it is. And he texts back, no, the blue's fine. I was just kidding. By the way, you've heard of this client before. This is the client that donated this laptop to my grandson. And back then, this laptop came to me because the hinges were messed up. He wound up buying a replacement computer instead of repairing it. That's for his home use. This laptop is for his office use. The laptop he currently has there is a Windows 10 HP, I think. I should go give you a link. Oh, white. I should give you a link to the Nemo page for this laptop. Let me go find that. All right, I'm trying to not get distracted with other stuff you're chatting about. Let's see, Nemo. NemoPC.com. And I think I actually created an account and was surprised to find I didn't already have an account. And my password manager does not have it. Wait, say what? Oh, no, I was seeing an Amazon order for that client for a Nemo laptop, but that was back in May 2025 for his home laptop. Back then we paid $299.99. And I'm not sure. Oh, I do know a little bit about how this one compares. This one is a smaller drive. So putting that into chat, May 2025. And that's too long. So just delete a little bit. So that gives you the specs about the laptop that we ordered in May of 2025. Oh, sign in with shop. Is that it? No, my password manager still isn't finding it. Oh, I bet what it is it wasn't actually an account. No, it wasn't an account. Well, yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's an account, but it doesn't have a password. It's a passwordless account. That's why my password manager doesn't have it. So what I did is I put in my email address and click to sign in, and it tells me that it sent a code to my phone by text, which means they do know about me. I do have an account with them. It's just not in my password manager because it's passwordless. So I guess this means if I give you a link once I'm signed in, will you be able to get to that page about the laptop, or do you have to sign in? So let's show this. Windows 11 Home, Nemo 5448 is the model, $329.99. Okay, so 15.6, 16.1, 15.6, 16 half terabyte. All right, so then let's move on with the computer. Oops. Here. All right. Looks nice. This client is kind of a little partial to when he experienced his first Nemo and found it had a fish on it. He likes that. He is a fisherman, and he is a music director in his church. Look at it. Look at that hologram there. You can even see that in the camera. It's got some depth to it. I see it's like reflection about a 3/4 of an inch below it appears to be a reflection of the ceiling in my studio. All right, I'm going to step off camera a bit and go have a close encounter with a Kleenex. Let's do this one.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Okay, power. Power this puppy up. Do you think that I'm going to have to do any special gimmicks to try to get a local user account? Do you think this is going to come with 25H2 or 24H2? John Williams says 24H2. The power is Type C on both ends. Marsman 25H2. Lawn Dog 24H2. Lawn Dog says, read me the production date. Wonder if I can get that on the back. You could try it with this serial number, see if you can find a production date. I'm going to type it into chat as I read it. B125. What is that? B00448. Is that right? Yeah. And I'll dictate serial number for the new Nemo laptop. Hello, Ken Stout. Yeah, then Lawn Dog takes away his request for the date after I've already done it. Just messing with you. Now, where do I want to plug this in? I have power bars mounted on the back side of this desk on all three sides. They have 12 outlets each. And I look over the edge to see if I have any openings. Okay. And what do we have for connections? A USB 3.x, a USB 2, a micro SD card, sound, and Kensington lock. On this side, the USB 3.x, an HDMI, and a Type-C port that says SS for super speed. This one here is probably power in, obviously, but it might be power delivery. Got a power light. Retrieving my HDMI cable for the capture. Typically, capture on laptops do not work until you get to Windows. I have seen a couple of laptops that would deliver HDMI or external video. It might not have been HDMI. It might have been VGA. I think I'm good without these now. Oh, the blue for the laptop, I think, is what Tim is referring to that he likes, but rather than the blue for the gloves. But I bought a box of black gloves as well. They are very difficult to type with because you can't see your fingers on top of the keyboard. Now, at this point, would this work? It might. Oh, it's on the other side.
To set up your device using a screen reader, turn on narrator.
Oh, see if that is coming through or not. Nope. Let's see if a function key will do that. Nope. So that's not coming on yet. US keyboard. Second keyboard layout. Skip. Connect to network. We'll say, I don't have internet. And this should be Windows 11 Home. Which has less capability for doing a local user account if you're actually using Microsoft's installation media. But all of these, I'm reluctant to call it off-brand, but not a major US brand such as Dell and HP and stuff. Those are going to force you into a Microsoft account. But these companies that are associated with the mini computers and have more inexpensive choices than the major names, they just are going right here to local user account. No special tricks. Do no password. I typically turn off inking and typing and optional data. I leave everything else. Not any big, strong reason for that. I don't care if anybody does it different. Let's see. Tim says, don't forget to uncheck the box of Microsoft tracking. We don't see any advertisement. I don't mind the advertising ID at all. I like the advertising ID, so I leave that. If you turn off the advertising ID, basically that means you're going to get generic advertising. It doesn't mean you're going to get more or less advertising, as far as I can tell. And I'd rather see advertisements for things that I'm interested in. And when advertisers can select to advertise towards markets that they care about, my opinion, it helps keep down the cost of their marketing of their products. They have to sell their products, so they're going to spend money on marketing. If they can't target audiences who are more likely to buy their product, then the product's going to cost more. So I don't mind it at all. All right. Now, this does not have Ethernet. I have been able to find inexpensive laptops with Ethernet ports, but we did not need that. So I did not try. So I'm going to go ahead and connect to the internet. We'll take that off screen so I'm not showing all my neighbors' stuff. Hang on.
Read chat please.
Okay.
I just realized why I'm feeling chill here is because I had that fan running. See, it's slowing down there? It's slowing down, almost stopping. I gave the command to my Amazon Echo device while I had the mute button and asked it to turn off the graphics fan. That's what that fan is called.
Read chat please.
Check the About page. Request Marsman. We'll get to that presently. Connected to the internet. Oh, I can bring this up on screen now. Well, famous last words. Why would you think those are my last words? Let me try this another way. Let's use the F11 key because that appears to be... Oh, okay, it's showing up on screen. When I did the F11 key to duplicate. Yeah, I'm going to have to go visit the Kleenex again. That's still not giving me what I want to see. Disconnect and reconnect. There we go. Just disconnect, reconnect the HDMI cable that brought it up. Oh, it did not stay on. That's interesting. Try that again. Reconnect HDMI. There it is. So let's see how long it stays this time. Hello, and it copy protect content. What? No, there's nothing copy protected on that screen. Oh, there's a setting
Read
for
chat,
that.
please.
Sam Lazar, Windows plus P is the external display options. Yeah, that brings up the same panel that I get when I use the F11 key. This computer has a little symbol on the F11 key that shows the laptop monitor with an arrow pointed to an external monitor. So that was very obviously what this laptop has for that, but Windows key P would work on any computer that has a second monitor attached. All right. Those probably don't work. Yeah, I'm going to go visit the Kleenex again. Excuse me.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Suggestive selling from Tim. It says popcorn can't be can't be beat, I think he means. I might have popcorn this afternoon after showtime.
Read chat, please.
That kind of sounds attractive. Sam Lazar would do all system and app updates first. Yeah, first compared to what? I'm going to go through some normal settings stuff that I do, but now there was something about this capture card and adjustment, I think, that Jim knows. I don't know, is Jim KJ3N in the audience today? I think it was him, but this is not sticking. If I switch there, did not come on, but if I disconnect and reconnect, it comes on briefly.
Read chat, please.
AverMedia RC Central has a setting for HDCP. That sounds like it, Phil Stodd. Right there. Let's just give you some points and then go see if I can find something along those lines. AverMedia RC Central. Oh, but this is my slim installation of Windows. I don't think I have that installed. AverMedia. Oh, yeah, maybe I do. Now, that's taking me to the store. We couldn't verify install because it's not available in the Microsoft Store. We'll help you look for the app with Bing. It used to be the case when something would show up with a Windows search like this, that's telling you that it's installed on the computer. Well, here's an open, but it does not seem to be on the computer. Now, how about if I come through this way? Is there an AverMedia here? Yeah, see, there's... How are these appearing? I guess maybe are these appearing on this menu as downloadable because it senses that equipment is installed on the computer. Maybe. I think these things with these down arrows, with these downloadable programs, it seems to me that came along with 25H2. Do I even have 25H2 on this computer? I don't know. 24H2. So no, it wasn't 25H2. It came along with some other update. And then Assist Central or RE Central 4. So do we think it's RE Central 4 is the one that I want rather than the other one? I'm not getting any response there, which I'm suspecting means it's already open in another screen. No?
Read chat, please.
And John Williams says he was right for 24H2. That 24H2 that I just displayed was for Big Beast Build, not for the laptop. I haven't looked on the laptop yet.
Read chat, please.
Scott says graphics driver update, probably using generic driver. This is Big Beast Build that I'm looking at now because I'm trying to get that capture device to work right. Oh, 4 other devices. Looks like I need to do some work on Big Beast Build. Let's see, what's that?
Read chat, please.
Avermedia. Display drivers. Where is it at? Sound video. Live Gamer Duo. I think that's what it's called. I think it's Live Gamer Duo is the model of the card. RE Central, not Avermedia. Graphics driver update. There's no RE Central. But Avermedia has RE Central 4 here. Maybe it's that I'm already have that open on a tab. Oh yeah, because what it did is I think it gave me this, put in this search on Bing. Yeah, because it was a search in Bing. So it's just waiting for me to come over here and click Avermedia RE Central 4 for Windows. Hello, David Graham. I've seen this happening far too frequently. Oh, no, it was still working on it. I was going to say usually the refresh button will fix that, but there was no refresh button available. RE Central 4 for Windows. Where to buy Edge AI Solutions. Trying to hook me on something else. I think support and downloads. Click on support first, maybe. No, that's a clickable link, so it claims downloads in fact. Am I there? I don't look like I'm there yet. I'm here, but I'm not there. No matter which one of these tabs I click on,
Read
it's
chat,
still
please.
highlighting AI Solutions. I can't, I click on About Avermedia and it doesn't actually switch to that one. It's just stuck on Edge AI, but that time it went somewhere. See that last read chat, Phil Stodd, OBS will use the capture card without having the AverMedia software installed. You may have to change a setting in OBS. What I'm looking for is there was a setting that I think was in AverMedia, and I think Jim KJ3N guided me to that, and it was a setting to change about how the card operates. Yes, OBS is showing the image, but it turns off after a couple seconds. So yes, OBS is capturing it, but it doesn't stick. I'll go poke around the settings in OBS for that capture card. Live Gamer Capture Port 2, going into properties for it. You can't see this. I'm doing this in studio mode. And you know what? I'll start by switching to capture device 1, which is Baby Beast, and then switch back to device 2, Live Gamer Duo -2. And it still's not showing unless I disconnect and reconnect the HDMI cable. Oh, the computer has gone to sleep. All right. Now, yeah, it's so when I disconnect and reconnect, it stays on briefly.
Read chat, please.
Okay, so let's go talk to Gemini. This is a 16 gigabyte. I see people asking, there's Jim. Let's turn off studio mode. If you want a network connector, buy business class, which would bear at least twice as expensive as thing. No, not true. Absolutely not. And I have shown this before. I did buy a $300 laptop with a Ethernet port. You just had, and it was not more expensive, not at all. So no, I disagree with that completely. You have to look around to find it. They're not common, but I have found it. The one that I use, it's the one that I use for when I go out to clients' offices, but I broke it. It has an Ethernet port, but I broke it, and it was a $300 laptop. So, not true. Not going to be twice as expensive. You can commonly find them in business class laptops. And business class laptops are going to be more expensive. But Jim, what I don't know if you were here earlier, so let me show you what's going on with this capture device. When I switch over to the capture of this laptop, it's got a dark screen. Now I disconnect the HDMI and reconnect it, and it comes on for a couple seconds. Then it goes off. And it seems to me you guided me to a setting in the AverMedia or something about that adapter card to fix something about it. And so that's why I'm trying to download that software. So here's AverMedia. There's a video capture, which is going to show the devices, but maybe support for downloads. Here's download. This, I'm on my slim installation of Windows, and I have not yet installed that software. So I click on download, and again, nothing happens, doesn't go anywhere. It's a 16 gigabyte laptop, 512 hard drive or 500 hard drive, whatever they call it. Support download, AverMedia. See if this one will get me to it.
Read chat, please.
If you did a firmware update to the capture card, it resets HDCP to on, and you have to
Read
turn
chat,
it off.
please.
I haven't done I don't think I've intentionally done a firmware update to the card. If it did one through Windows Update, that's a possibility. And then Phil, I have a Live Gamer Ultra with RE Centra software installed for capture. The software controls HDCP and Windows. Well, this capture cable has been working fine for other computers. I haven't done anything different to Big Beast Build since I've used it with other computers. So I could perhaps demonstrate that on another computer. Which one is this? And in doing that, I'd be able to see that it is functional. And I think it'd be best to do that with a laptop. Oh, now this laptop just went into screensaver again. What if I turn that off? Because as I'm processing this in my mind, I'm thinking that the capture card has been working fine with other computers. So I don't think it needs an adjustment. Now, Jim, that adjustment you were talking about, does that adjustment stick to the card even if I subsequently boot the computer to a different operating system installation? I'm changing screen timeout. Screen sleep and hibernate timeouts. Turn my screen off after 5 minutes. Change that to never. Make device sleep never. Hibernate never.
Read chat, please.
And we're not on battery, so I don't need to bother with those. Zabina Manor says, see my link above. Try to download direct from AverMedia. I'm starting to question whether I want to do that at all, because I am trying to keep this Windows installation as slim as possible. But let's see if I can do the download. That YouTube warning came up because I clicked a external link from YouTube chat. Right click, new tab. It's interesting, it has not always been doing that though. Go to site, and here again, I'm clicking on something, it's just not responding. Tab key, trying to get to that. Okay, so then press enter. YouTube wants to download multiple files. Oh, that was a link to directly download, wasn't it? Is that why I didn't see anything happening? Was it actually downloading? No, it didn't download anything. Disturbing content. I'm disturbed, all right. Back to safety. Does it go back to YouTube? It does. Okay. So anyway, that didn't work. I think I'll go grab my laptop and demonstrate that the capture device works fine with that laptop. I was contemplating using one of these mini computers over here, but that's not quite the same thing, is it? All right, stepping away.
Read chat, please.
All right, see, here's my $300 Zen Arrow laptop with a broken Ethernet port. That last read chat was Jim. Once RE Central is installed, go to Settings. Under Capture Device, check both ports have DHCP turned off. HDCP turned off. Not DHCP, HDCP. His version was correct. Mine was wrong. Looks like HDCP, but it looks like DHCP, but it's actually HDCP is the setting for a DHCP connection. Okay, so I plugged in my laptop. Let's see if the capture stays alive. See, if it stays alive, then I don't think I need to go do that setting. And I don't think I need to install that software. See, this is working fine. If this one works fine, shouldn't the other work fine? I mean, doesn't that say that the HDCP must be turned off? That's not having any trouble at all. Okay.
Read chat please.
If I switch back to this one, plug it in, push the button, waiting,
Read chat
and it's
please.
gone. Marsman, let's see, Jim says not necessarily.
Read chat please.
Marsman says maybe Nemo needs a restart. David Graham says it's Nemo's fault. So I did just plug it in
Read chat please.
for to the internet for its first time. So there may be some updates they're trying to install, which might be the solution. Zavi Manor says check email. Let's see. I'm going to click to check for updates. I am connected to the internet, and then go check the email. There's an email from Zavi. He gives me a specific link, and I'm clicking that link. Well, that's weird. Another tab opened up and then closed right away. See, this doesn't expose his email address, so I can show this. Here's the link. Now watch that right up here. Another tab will appear and then go away. Is it because that did a download? Yeah, oh, it's an executable. Yeah, I bet that's being blocked. Yeah, I bet that's being blocked.
Read chat please.
Jim KJ3N says he's having trouble bringing up the AverMedia site. Asking if anybody else is having that problem. Ace7518Q. I don't recognize who that is, but you're a moderator. Is it Intel video drivers that's enabling HDCP? Oh, here we got some stuff being installed. I am suspecting drivers are going to solve this. Security intelligence update, security update, malicious software removal kit, update for Windows Security Platform, cumulative update.net, realtek.net is completed, and SU firmware. SU firmware. What's SU? We'll let those complete and restart if it wants that. None of those actually say display. Realtek and the word net, that's probably just network. But let's try the capture again, see if the behavior is still the same. There's on and off. Zavi Minor is having problems with AverMedia website. And Jim, they must have noticed that I showed their website on my show, and therefore they took it down. They don't want me to mess around on their website. Now, while this is installing updates, I could go try to show my standard configurations, but I can't bring it up on screen, so you'd be watching through the camera. That's no fun. I'm looking for orange comments that I've missed. Nope. If there's any comments hidden in there that you think I would be interested in, please guide my attention to it, because I'm a little bit stalling now. AverMedia site is whacked, so I'm not the only one having troubles. Oh, you know what? I bet I have that driver, that software, because I have access to what I call my Windows 11 2024 installation, and I use that SW setup folder to keep drivers. So there's AverMedia Live Gamer Duo. So I probably will be able to install it from there. AverMedia Assist Central. Yeah, it's from 2023, but I presume I can update it from within the software itself. The difference between these two here, oh, this is RE Central 4. This is AverMedia Assist Central. I don't know which of those do I have to use both of them, or I'm inclined to think RE Central 4 is the one that'll do what I need, but I don't know. Without somebody's advice or looking at it deeper. Exclamation 4. I don't know what that would do.
Read chat please.
Pick the RE Central 4.
Read
Yeah,
chat,
I think
please.
so too. Oh, 4. That's what he was saying. Jim was saying RE Central 4. That's his way of clearly specifying what I should do. Is just saying 4. We don't need no stinking words. Words are highly overrated. That's what he meant. RE Central 4. So that is enough of a confirmation. On these updates, I have completed downloading 6%. Now, this is one thing about these inexpensive computers. I have found that they really take a long time to do updates. But then
Read chat,
I don't
please.
know if that's happening even on higher end computers, if updates take a long time these days for everybody. Because pretty much all I ever do is these inexpensive computers, because we don't need fast computers, me and my clients, except for Big Beast. Ken Stout, are you still in favor for the 12 hours of New Year's Eve? I'm not going to be hanging around for a substantial portion of that. I might show up. Asking for a friend. I'm still overwhelmed with work. Found the link here from Reddit. Yeah, but I have the driver locally, except that this would be a current one. So let's see what that looks like. Where to download RE Central 4. And that's, deleted is the user's name there. Stupid. Okay, but it's an executable. I bet that's why I'm having trouble doing anything with it. I'll bet that's going to pop up a window briefly, and that's going to go away. Yeah, I think it's just being blocked because it's an executable. Offhand, it's probably going to be Windows Defender to let that come through. What are you doing here? I didn't ask for all this. Get started device. Why aren't you just letting me into Defender? You have saved alerts. Dismiss the alerts. Right, save for later. No, I don't want to do that. Maybe later. Change the locks. Default usernames, passwords. You're caught up. See alerts or see recommended. Just go away. How in the world am I supposed to support people remotely when you just change the whole interface like that? Stupid Microsoft. Privacy and security. Windows security. Virus and threat or firewall to temporarily let it come through.
Read chat, please.
Jim says, this is the crap that everyone hates about Windows 11. All the add BS and blanket changes. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Authorized protection, virus and threat protections. I think it's going to be in here. Real-time protection. Cloud, I don't think it's that. Don't think it's that. Can I just turn that one off? And get that file. And in that case, I'd rather get it from the AverMedia site. And Zavi gives me a Gemini link.
Read chat, please.
Sam Lazar, camera settings
Read
and
chat,
allow
please.
the app with the camera. I had to do this with VHS capture. I'm not using a camera. It's a capture card. It doesn't show up as a camera. That's not getting me anything. Rand's got the driver in his Google
Read
Drive.
chat, please.
Need access. Request access. Switch to an account. Editors. I don't need editor. Viewer would be fine to download it. And requesting access. So that link he gave was not shared to anyone who has the link. So I did I did the request for access to that, so that
Read
should be
chat,
coming back
please.
to you. Scott asking overtime. Oh my gosh, we're 8 minutes away. Sam Lazar, my capture card from AverMedia is a webcam according to Windows. So you're saying camera settings within Windows, not within OBS. Open camera system settings. Do you mean to switch apps? Yes. No, AverMedia is not in here. It's not a camera. My capture card is an internal card. What's that? PCIX? If yours is an USB connected device, that might make the difference. Yeah, ACC, I don't know what's with all the numbers. These people do this every day. I think it's scores of a game. I don't know. Still installing a security update. The other updates are done. And let's see, did I get, yeah, I got that real-time protection turned off, and I didn't get back to actually one of those exe links yet. Oh, I know how to do it. I'll go to Zavi's email.
Read chat, please.
Try it here. See if I get a different behavior here. Nope, same behavior. I'll behave. Rand says it was approved. Then I need to go back to his Google Drive link. Okay, I'm going to take
Read
that
chat,
off.
please.
Click and take it off screen. And yeah, this looks good. So here's the RE Central 4, and click here to download. And can't scan file for viruses because, let's see, exceeds the maximum size that Google can scan. Oh, that's for Google. See, I have my protection turned off. Let's go turn it back on. Look here, I go back into this Microsoft Defender down here, and it doesn't take me into the right settings screen.
Read
Microsoft,
chat, please.
you just drive me bananas. Let's turn that back on. Turn on. Let's go to manage settings. Turn on in here. Okay, Zavi is saying to do that in Chrome.
Read
Be able
chat,
to
please.
download that. Using Chrome browser settings, privacy and security, try setting it to no protection temporarily. Open Chrome's downloads page and approve it. I've seen times where I could go to the Chrome downloads page and approve it from there, but this was not doing that. Because when it does that, it gives an indication up here, and it was not showing. It would show up in here with an approve link or something like that, but that was not happening currently. And I could demonstrate that over here. This link here, it didn't do anything up here, nothing to approve. But let's go try that settings, and it's probably security, And maybe security settings. I didn't memorize what he told me. Browser settings, Chrome settings, privacy, security, try setting to no protection temporarily. No protection should be, let's see, security. Real-time protection is a radio button. Here's no protection. How come I can't do it? I can't make the change because my settings are managed by my corporation. Because I have Google for Workplaces. There's some things that I cannot change the way you guys can. Ay, caramba. This is showing 63% installed for a security update. I've got a restart now button.
Read chat, please.
And it's, if these updates are going to fix it, it seems likely that the security update is not that relevant. Check if the zip file appears on your download page. Well, yeah, the download worked. It's right here. The download worked. I'm reluctant to install it until I see if these updates fixed it, because I'm trying to keep this computer as thin as I can. I just said I wanted to extract that, right? Extract all. I think I must have chosen open all.
Read chat, please.
Unspecified error. That's not working. What the hey? It did create a folder, so let's skip that one. That's the .exe file. So yeah, created the folder. There's nothing in it. Oh, there's a password for the zip file. Well, you put the password into chat. It didn't prompt me for a password. Do I have to use some special extraction program to do this? Come on. Show extracted files incomplete.
Read
How
chat,
do I
please.
extract it with a password? ACC proposes a corrupted file. Sam Lazar's read chat, please, says 7-zip. Really? No, no, no. You're wanting me to install yet another program just so I can download that? No. Scott says password KSL. He's messing with me. That's not a serious comment. Chris Garrett comes up with another.
Read chat, please.
Messing with me. 7-zip portable. No, it's showtime's over. Come on, to download something to unzip something that I should be able to
Read
just
chat,
download
please.
straight. And I may not even need 94% on this security update. And KSL is a very serious comment. Have you ever heard the story about the boy who cried wolf? Ken Stout, self-proclaiming that his comment is a serious comment. Do you really think I would ever believe that? No. Only the one in Frezon. I want to let this go to 100%, but these doggone
Read chat, please.
inexpensive computers take so long. 97%. Now the restart might take a while too. David Graham says Carrie had this problem and an update fixed it. So when you say this problem, you're saying specifically where when he connected the HDMI cable to his capture device, that the image would show up temporarily for a couple seconds and then go away. Is that precisely the problem that you're referring to, or do you think maybe it was that? For this, you use those HDCP strippers. This is a family show. Just saying. Should have got a Mac. I do not understand why anybody uses any of those other zip programs when it's all built into Windows. Do you want to defend why you use those programs?
Read chat, please.
I didn't need a password on this file.
Read chat, please.
Zavi says use Edge browser to download the exe. David Graham says it was a capture problem. That doesn't tell me if you're saying that it was the exact same problem that I'm having, the exact same symptom that I'm having. Okay, I got a restart prompt.
Read chat, please.
Rand says to be able to open such files. So that's a continued sentence from what?
Read chat, please.
Read chat, please.
Password was to bypass the scanners. Okay. But zip will do it. Zip is enough. I don't mind it scanning the file. If you send it to me as a zip, I don't think you need to bypass any scanners. Sam says use 7-zip when default Windows 11 one fails to work. Yeah, I've never had that, but I don't do a lot of zipping. I do unzipping. WinRAR, the default old zip. No, just use Windows. You're 1% there. Please keep your computer on. Oh my God. All right, I'll go try. I'll copy that link from the email that Zavi sent and paste it into Edge.
Read chat, please.
David Graham, I thought 7-zip is built into 25H2. I think it might be based on 7-zip. It might be 7-zip under the covers. Okay, here I've pasted that link into Edge and press enter. There it is. It's downloading. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, interesting. Yeah, my Google Chrome is locked down because that stupid, silly Doug always pays for the professional products and he gets in his way.
Read chat, please.
So there's the RE Central. I'm not going to install it right now because, like I said, I prefer the updates to solve the problem. Because I was having problems with my 2024 installation of Windows 11 on Big Beast Build. A number of nuisance problems. Most significantly is that OBS would not end a recording. And through all my troubleshooting, I proved that OBS is fine. There was something else on the computer that was interfering with it. So that's when I started over from scratch with a second boot option. It's actually a third boot option, but I'll claim it's a second boot option for Windows 11 2025. Not 25H2, but it's named, my boot drive is named Windows 11 2025. The old one is renamed Windows 11 2024. When I want to use Adobe products, I restart the computer and go to that. I am not installing Adobe products on this side, and there's a lot of other things I haven't installed. A lot of stuff fluff stuff I used to use for the show. that I have not installed. You might notice that all of the SpeakerBot stuff is the generic Microsoft voices. There's Zira or Zira and David, just 2 voices. That's all you're hearing now because last week those all got messed up. So here I have a 95% there. We're about to find out if that'll fix it. If that does not fix it, I'm still not sure that I'm going to install that RE Central, RE for AverMedia, for whatever. All right. Unprotected zip file uploaded. Oh, okay. Might as well see if that works. So do I use the same link? Let's come back down here and go look at Rand's comments.
Read chat, please.
Channel activity. Zvi Minor, try also from AverMedia. It's working now. Let's see, does this? Ah, there it is, no pass. Download that.
Why certainly.
Download anyway, can't scan for viruses. Rand said yes, probably to
Read
my
chat,
question
please.
about using the same link. Marsman, check your optional drivers. Good point. Now, mainly what I'm interested in here is, can I unzip this? I'm still not going to install it. So this is should create a folder called no pass. Yeah. Okay, 43183. 43183. And the one that I have, 1.2. No, here. 4.7.67. Well, I can't have a newer one than what you guys are trying to give me. RE Central 4, 4.3. RE Central 4, 4.7. How do I have one from 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, that shows a higher version number than what you're giving me now? Ay, caramba. All right, here we go. Restarted. Before we go check for optional drivers, we'll just try it. Yeah. Is he gonna keep going in overtime until this is fixed? Will he or won't he? $25H2 is available. Oh, so there's the answer. This is $24H2. Never did check that. Yeah, $24H2, Windows 11 Home. There's no optional updates. It should show up in here in this area as a link. If I go to advanced options where it used to be, there's nothing in, oh, here's optional updates, one available. Oh, color me wrong. Oh, it's 25H2 is all. I'm not going to do that in overtime. So no device drivers. My laptop, it works. I don't need to
Read
do a
chat, please.
recording. I do not need to get this functional. The driver is in my Google Drive. That's nothing new. Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't the read chat. That's in the wrong page. That last read chat. Go to the Avermedia link. 4.7. Okay. So yours is 4.7. Rand's is 4.3. What's up? Let's see. Civi minor. .7. Yeah, this is so I previously I couldn't get to this page, right? Is this a new link or is that the one you did earlier? 107. This is a new one. Is that different than the link before? See, the most recent is at the top. This one down here is the one that I couldn't get to, right? Still can't get
Read
to
chat,
that.
please.
Okay, so this link is working. Phil says his is 4.7.11.114. 4.7. Yeah, Phil's in chat. He says his is 4.7.114. Now, when you're looking at these numbers, 114 is 114 compared to 67. 114 is a higher number. It doesn't just go left to right when you've got these periods. So his is a newer, Phil's is a newer version, and this is the newer version, 114.1. Yeah, so Phil and Zavi are showing the same one here. And that's downloading just fine. And it is an exe. It is an executable. Interesting. All right. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to go so that I can be assured of being able to uninstall this. I got to take this off screen while I go poke around a little bit. Is I'm going to install this. Some of you are going to flip out with this. I'm going to install this with Revo Uninstaller. It will monitor the installation. That way, if I think that causes me a problem, or if I don't think that I need to keep it, I will turn around and rip that sucker out. Oh, look at this. Let AMD software access your precise location. AMD software needs permission to use signals like GPS, Wi-Fi, which can be used to determine your precise location. You can change this anytime in settings. AMD needs my precise location. I don't know why it does, but I'll say yes. What nefarious activity is AMD going to do towards me or my client? Okay, I got to go find my Revo uninstaller. Where do I have that thing anyway? I have the professional portable version. Yeah, here it goes. Revo Uninstaller Pro Portable. I paid for it. And it has come in very handy. I like it, I like it, I like it. I get my fingers into things that you guys don't. Get the latest version. So it looks like there's a couple increments up. We're worry about that. So then install program with Revo Uninstaller Pro. So I click on that, and then I go find what it is that I want to install, which is in my downloads folder. Go to downloads, and it's this one right here, 7.114. Click open. Bottom right, Windows Program Group Converter is set to auto start. And some message popped up in the middle of the screen. AverMedia. So this is Revo Uninstaller has launched the AverMedia installation program. It's going to monitor everything that it does. I accept terms of license. I agree to share anonymous usage. No. Why not, Doug? You sound so permissive these days. I'm a work in progress. All right, 1 in chat if you think this is going to fix the issue. 0 if you think it's not going to fix the issue. If it doesn't fix the issue, I'm gonna uninstall this.
Read chat please.
John Williams says 3. Phil Stodd 1. It's going to fix it. Scott says no. Sam says no. David Graham says no. Not going to fix it. Now, it's not just installing the AverMedia RE Central 4. We got to go do that setting change for the HDCP. It's not H, it's not D, no, DH, HD, DH, I don't know. Yeah, successfully installed. And there's a checkbox there for launch it, so it should just open up. RE Central 4. Should I test before making that settings change? I don't think it's going to fix it. Revo Uninstaller Pro is tracing the installation. Oh, I'm supposed to tell it that I'm done. I think I'm actually supposed to open the program. Okay, let's go back to Revo Uninstaller. Is tracing the installation, and then here, click this button right here to stop monitoring on the left-hand side. Revo Uninstaller Pro is tracing the installation. So right here, stop monitoring the installation. And then this looks like a diskette to save the log of the monitored system changes. And it had displayed the name there that it was going to save it as. So down here is traced programs, and there it is. So if I can click on that and uninstall, it will typically use the native uninstaller for the program and then clean up everything else that it did in the meantime. Now, so here's the computer. HDMI is plugged in. I'll press the button to switch to it. Disconnect the HDMI, reconnect it. Expecting to still see the symptom because I haven't made the configuration change in RE Central yet. So yeah, symptom still present. Now, where was that at? I can cancel here. I don't need this wizard. Guide you through record stream videos. Don't need that wizard. And I think I need to get to a settings screen. Let's see, that's showing. Here, when I click on Duo 2, it's not seeing the image. Now I disconnect the HDMI and reconnect it. The image comes up there, and it's probably going to go away.
Read chat, please.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that was weird to find it, and somebody had to tell me that back then. So now I'm on settings. So weird. They paid a lot, and somebody got paid a lot of money to come up with just a different, out-of-the-box way of doing things. So now that I'm in settings, here's HDCP, and it is on. So am I supposed to turn it off? Is that the objective here, is to turn it off? Scott says mouse wheel? Is that's what that thing's supposed to be, is a mouse wheel?
Read
So,
chat please.
yeah, David says yes, turn it off.
Read chat please.
Sivi Minor says
Read
off.
chat please.
Phil Stott, David Graham, Sivi Minor, all say off. All right, so that should do it. I don't think I have to restart anything. I don't think I have to close that
Read
down.
chat please.
I think I can now go to it. Act 75 says, no, it's supposed to mimic how a remote control looks like. This is supposed to mimic like a remote control for a TV. Yeah, well, still, it's not. I'm looking around for a gear icon somewhere. This what I expect in the upper left is like a company logo. I really could have looked at that as a company logo. It's because that is their logo right there in the center. Act 75 says, yeah, it's not good user interface. You're right about that. Okay, so I've made that change. So now I press the capture button and it's there without disconnecting and reconnecting. And it looks like this did it. It looks like this did work. Yeehaw. All right, now can I uninstall RE Central 4? Is that a setting that will stick? I'm not going to do that now on show.
Read chat please.
Savine, no more. Savine, no.
Read
No
chat
more?
please.
Manor. This says 10 from 10. Jim says, told you. All right. Let's do this. Let's see. People said, here we get, how do I do, I can't even remember how to do copy and paste. I'm copying each of these. Oops. Hitting everything wrong here. I don't know who all I got. So, clipboard history. I'm going to hit David Graham. There's some points. And Zavi Minor, throw some points. Jim, throw some points. You get points, you get points, you get points. You get a VW, you get a VW, you get a VW. Who said that? Who gave away VW bugs? I think they were bugs. All right, we're done. Let's get out of here, and I'm going to go get me some pulled pork. Pulled pork, that's it. There's no third word. I did pulled pork in my crock pot. Been doing crock pots lately. Ken Stout, if he does he dare ask for points? Sure, Ken. Here we go. Let's give Ken some points. There we go. 1.5. See if that even works. Can I give him 1.5 points? Deserving. Scott got a lump of coal. I don't think you were actually doing much in that whole conversation, were you? Nah. Dipping sauce. I have a barbecue sauce that I like. All right, I'm out of here. Have a great weekend, everybody. And I will see you next week. And by the way, happy birthday to me yesterday. And Tony Wallow. Thank you. All right, goodbye. I don't know what button to press. Let's do that one. Okay.
Read chat please.
That's all, folks.
Tune in. Days a week for Windows support, the help you seek. Send an email, leave a comment, join the chat. Our tech-savvy crew is where it's at. Not just me, but a whole community, helping you solve tech mysteries. With friends who are here almost every day, we love to chat and help you find your way. So subscribe now, be part of the team. For Windows support and more than you dream. Join the fun, don't miss a single stream. At LiveWindowsTraining-DougBetts or simply where tech support supreme. Where tech support supreme. Tune in, days a week for Windows support, the help you seek. Send an email, leave a comment, join the chat. Our tech-savvy crew is where it's at. Not just me, but a whole community, helping you solve tech mysteries. With friends who are here almost every day, we love to chat and help you find your way. So subscribe now, be part of the team. For Windows support and more than you've dreamed. Join the fun, don't miss a single stream. At LiveWindowsTraining-DougBetts or simply more deeply VB like tech support supreme. We're tech support supreme. We're tech support supreme. Tech support supreme. We're tech support supreme. We're tech support supreme. We're tech support supreme.